Hey guys, welcome back to Blind Strike Exotics. I'm John, and today we have our 6th clutch of the season. That was laid by my leopard enchi female, and she was bred to Big Puma. This is his 2nd clutch of the year that he sired, and his 3rd clutch is due any day now as well for my other super enchi OD female. This girl's a first-time mom, and she is not very happy with me. I pulled her tub out and she has been striking at thin air ever since I pulled her out, so this should be a show for you guys. She looks empty. It looks like there's 6 good eggs. We'll have to check the veins because she rolled a couple of them over while I was pulling her out. So what we're looking to do here in terms of the clutch is she's enchi leopard, he's enchi leopard pinstripe orange dream. So really we want to hit all 4 of those genes again that he has, plus potentially hit super leopard and super enchi in that, and then also hit pinstripe and OD. So she is not very happy. I already have my she's probably the most aggressive one I've had so far out of the 6 females that laid for me. So I'm going to try to get these eggs out of here pretty quick. The tub's already set up. I already have the sticker made up on here, saying what day it was laid, when day it's due to hatch, which clutch it is, who the parents were, and then I'll write that there were 6 eggs in there once I'm done. So far, 2 of my clutches have hatched using this new incubator from Hotbox Sea Serpents. My method of just filling up the bottom of these shoe boxes with perlite and a bunch of water, and then putting the easy hatch trays on top has worked flawlessly so far. I had 13 eggs from the first 2 clutches, and all of the babies look good except for one of them ended up being stillborn. But you're gonna have stillborns at some point when you're hatching eggs. So I don't think that had to do with incubation. It probably had something to do with either the baby. I don't know. It's really hard to say. But it probably wasn't due to incubation, I don't think. So anyways, let me get these eggs out of here so this girl calms down. She's not very happy. I'm gonna use my trusty paper towel roll because I don't want her to bite me. I don't want her to. I don't want either one of us to have a bad experience. She's definitely stressed out by this. So if I can, it's usually just kind of a get her off the eggs. Once she's off the eggs, should be okay. Huffing and puffing. Let me get the eggs out of here. I can see where the bottoms are because there's a little bit of the substrate on it. So I'm going to try to put them back. This one's really soft, so she probably just laid that one recently. I don't know if I really showed her before, but she's a really pretty snake. Just 2 genes, but really pretty. She's empty. She is super empty. So she's a first-time mom. 6 nice-looking eggs. And she looks like she's actually in really good shape too. So hopefully, that she was a pretty aggressive feeder before, so I think she'll probably go back on the food okay. These 6 look good. What I'm gonna do is candle them real quick because she did roll them around. I'll make sure they're all right side up. I'll mark them, and then we'll get them in the incubator. So let me turn the lights off real quick. Now it's starting to get light in here now, so it's not nighttime anymore, so it's gonna be maybe a little harder to see, but sometimes it's easier to kind of put the light on the side. I think the embryo, this one looks good. Sometimes when they roll around they get the substrate on them, which isn't optimal. But I can see the embryo right there. I don't know if you're going to be able to pick that up on camera, but this one definitely got rolled a little bit. So let me mark right there. Let's see on this guy. Actually, look like really nice eggs that she laid. That one's right there, but it's when you're candling these, it's usually one side of the egg. I don't know if you're gonna pick that up on the camera. Has all the veins. Usually one side of the egg doesn't have veins and the other side does have veins. That's the easy way to tell, where the embryo is. If you can follow all those veins back up to the other side of the egg, usually the embryo is in the middle of like that mass of veins. So if you're having a hard time figuring out where the embryo is, that's the best way to do it. I'm gonna kind of try to dust this thing off a little bit because there's substrate all over it. And again, I typically wear gloves when I'm handling the eggs just so I don't introduce any unneeded bacteria to the eggs. I wash my hands before I touch them anyways, but now this one was fresh, but I don't see any veins on it. There's no veins on it. There's like a little mass right there, which I would assume would be the embryo. Here. Right there. But it is just kind of rolling around in there. There's not a ton of veins. So this one, I don't know if it's going to be good. So I'll put this here, and I'll put a question mark, because I'm going to follow this egg. If it ends up being bad, I do not want it getting all moldy and nasty and stuff and causing any damage to the other eggs. These three were stuck together, so but they don't look like they're all right side up, so I'm going to take them apart. Let's see, this one I didn't necessarily. Yeah, there's veins on it. They're just upside down. And that was completely upside down, even though there were veins on it. So that's why I always check, even if they're kind of glued together. You never know. And for me to lose an egg just because I didn't feel like candling it, this isn't probably good practice. So this one, you can see, if you can see it. I don't know if you'll see it or not. It's like one of those things that it's very hard to see and subtle to pick up when you're in person. I can't imagine that it's very easy to see when you're looking at it through a camera. This one looks good too. And all her eggs were sort of on their side, so I'm thinking she maybe rolled them around a lot in there. Dust that one off. So I think we got 5 good eggs. There's the one that I'm going to leave kind of up front here, just because I don't think it's going to be a viable one. Get the light on here. We'll put the press and seal on. So, that's, again, she's a first-time mom. There's 6 big eggs. 2 of them are a little smaller, but again, first-time mom. I don't know. I don't remember how big she was when she first entered the breeding season. But she actually looks like she's in fantastic shape, which is really what you're looking for. If you're breeding them and they can lay a ton of eggs and look, really worse off for the wear. And sometimes that happens if they lay huge clutches, but with her, she was a good size, didn't lay a ton of eggs, first time mom. I'm always having trouble with this press and seal on here. Stay. That's probably good enough. Alright, so 6 eggs, 6, And I'm gonna put 5 question mark. So my label, and again, you guys, do it however you guys like. I usually just do, it was late on the May 1st, and it's due around July 1st, give or take a couple days. I know that it's going to be a couple days before July 1st usually. Clutch number 6, how many eggs I had, how many I think are probably going to be good, and who the parents were. So we are going to head over to the incubator. Alright, so it's kind of nice that my other 2 clutches hatched already, because then it, again, frees up these middle shelves for me. So I moved up the other 3 clutches up to that next shelf up, and now I have my 6th clutch down here. This clutch is due in probably about 3 weeks. This clutch is due in 4 weeks. This clutch isn't due till the middle of June, and that's due at the end of June. So probably two more clutches in May here, and then 2 in June. I have the other, this is the other Super Enchi OD to Big Puma clutch. I expect the other female to lay any day here, so that one will probably be due at the end of June too. So basically all of Big Puma's clutches will be due in June. This clutch here is my Sterling Lesser to the GHI Mojave Cinnamon. This was a Yellow Belly Bright to my Leopard Ivory. So we'll probably have more ivories coming up. Hopefully some leopard ivories. I'm really interested in this one because I can hit Super Cinnamons, I can hit more GHI Mojave Cinnamons, I can hit some Blue Eye Lucy's in this clutch. So there's some really cool things that can come out of this clutch. I keep saying it'd be really cool if I could hit a Super Cinnamon and a Blue Eye Lucy in that clutch to have black snakes and white snakes in the same clutch. So that one's due probably around maybe between the 15th and 20th, somewhere in that area of May. So I got 4 more in the incubator. Like I said, from the other 2 clutches, I only had 1 stillborn, and the rest of the babies look good from those 2 clutches. So I have 12 hatchlings there, and they should be shedding in the next week and then on food, and hopefully for sale on Morph Market by the end of May. I also have a Super Phantom that was bred to a Super Mojave Banana, who is due to lay, and then the rest of them are still breeding. So hopefully I have 2 or 3 more Blue Eye Lucy clutches this season. My Dreamsicle male, I should be able to start breeding him soon. I mean, he's at breeding size, but he's still in quarantine, so I actually did start breeding him to the 1 female that he came with because they're from the same collection. But I have a couple other pied females that I like to breed him to because I want to try to prove out whether or not he's Orange Dream. So we definitely have that. So I could produce some Dream Skulls this year. My Sandblast male that I got from Osborne Reptiles is breeding now to a Sterling and a Silver Streak and a Silver Bullet, so I could potentially get some urban camos this year too. I would say I have some pretty good odds if they all lay eggs, because there are 3 females that have the other half of the genes I need to make an urban camo. So there's, fingers crossed that happens too. So that will wrap up today's video. I'll probably be making another collection video here in probably the next 24 to 48 hours, to be honest. And we're getting busy now. This is like kind of the thick of things. I have 2 clutches out. I have my 6th and 7th clutch coming in the next day or 2. All these babies are going to start shedding. I'm still pairing up the other snakes that haven't bred yet. Plus all those females are going back on the food as well. Plus I'm feeding all the ones that I just got in. So there's really starting to get busy. My collection didn't actually grow through all this as I was kind of upgrading everything. I actually think I have less snakes now than I did 2 months ago when I first started selling off my old parts of my collection and getting new parts. We just have kind of higher ticket items. So, but I'll be busier because I'll have a lot more hatchlings this year than I did last year. So that's going to keep me busy. So hopefully they sell quick, so I don't have too much work throughout the whole summer. So that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.